everybody. My name is Jenny. I'm so sorry for this. I just got back from Atmospheradelphia, the sky city that we're visiting this week, you know, going back and forth. Since it's up in the clouds, I got stuck in that thunderstorm, and it was totally worth it. Atmospheradelphia is just so amazing, but getting through all that rain, and then the hail, and then the thunder, and then the lightning. Or is it lightning and thunder? Either way, it was a lot, but I'm so glad I went because I learned about their national pastime, and it's called cloud shaping, and I cannot wait to tell you all about it. Okay, so first off, in Atmospheradelphia, they tell their history through the clouds. So the clouds make these shapes, and that's how they've been telling their history, by the shapes they can see in the clouds. And I feel like that's so amazing because we also, just being here on the ground, we can look up at the clouds and we're seeing shapes, you know, like we can look at that one and we're like, that one's a rhino, and like that one looks like a shmoo, which is my favorite animal up in Atmospheradelphia. We don't have them here, unfortunately, because they're really cool. Anyway, I thought what we could do is make our own cloud shapes together, and then we could go even further if we wanted and make stories for them. So why don't we get started? All you're gonna need for this is a piece of construction paper to be your sky, and another piece of construction paper to be your clouds. So those can be whatever colors you want. I've been talking to people in Atmospheradelphia, and they're saying they've seen the sky in every kind of color you can imagine, and I gotta trust them because they're in the sky. They must know. So one example, so I ripped up all these pieces of paper you can see, and then I came back in with a marker and I just drew my lines to make my alligator, crocodile. I don't know the difference. And then when I combine these pieces, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that I put together and made a butterfly. This one, I was telling the story of how some of the animals in Atmospheradelphia came to Atmospheradelphia. This is a very rare and this is called a emo, and this is called a me. It's me here on Earth, longing to be a part of the skies of Atmospheradelphia. And then last but not least, this is a flying saucer because I think aliens are among us and out there, and I'm sure Atmospheradelphia has encountered them. We're finding through research that Atmospheradelphia appears to everyone slightly differently. So I might see it as like a city completely made of clouds, and it seems like other people are seeing it a little different, like it's all skyscrapers or it's all just plants. So I think we all get to see something different, just like when we look at the clouds and we see different shapes up in them.
Here's the supplies you'll need: 2 pieces of paper, a glue stick, and something to write with. Also, a clean workspace.
So I'm gonna make my sky purple, I think. And then I'm gonna make my cloud blue, because I can and I'm gonna. That's it, yeah. And then you'll need a glue stick or a glue bottle, your choice. And oh, and did I mention we're not gonna use scissors for this? Yeah, yeah, I don't think we really need scissors because clouds are kind of weird shapes. They're really organic shapes, and so there's never really any straight lines, and even if there is, like when like a jet is flying and you see like those cloud trails behind them, I mean, even those are like a little bit fluffy, so I don't think we even need scissors for this.
If you need to gather your supplies or find a workspace, now is a good time to pause. You're going to need one piece of paper for the sky, one piece of paper for clouds, a glue stick, and something to write with. And then we can start working together. And remember, no scissors!
And if you feel like maybe the shapes you're wanting aren't really coming out when you're just kind of ripping at them, one thing you can do is take pencil, marker, whatever it is, and draw your shape first and do your best to rip around that. So start with a simple shape. So I drew a little heart. So now I'm gonna try to do my very best to rip around the edge. So kind of show you as I go. Just kind of rip around, and the one nice thing about these clouds and cloud shaping is it doesn't have to be an exact shape, which is why we can always come back in later and outline it, or we can leave it kind of cloud shapey and all funky, because we're all kind of seeing things differently in those clouds, and they can make so many different shapes because they're always going with the winds and reforming and forming again. Yeah, that kind of looks like a heart. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna get rid of this little. Okay, I took off a little more than I wanted. That looks like a heart. That did it, yeah. Awesome. And then the rest, I know I wanted that shape, but I think the rest of it I'm just gonna rip up, see what shapes I can come up with, and then kind of piece them together. It's kind of like a puzzle, and we get to make up what pieces go where. Okay. So I think I did all the ripping I wanted to do. I have some big pieces. I have some funky pieces. I got some smaller ones. I got some long ones. So now what I'm gonna do is start placing them on to my sky, and when I am happy with how they're arranged, I'm gonna just take my glue stick and glue them down. And I don't know yet if I want to outline them. I think I'll see what I come up with. So let's do that. don't want all of it, so I'm just gonna rip a little bit more off, and then just use that piece. Perfect. I'm just about ready to glue. Okay. So I've gotten to the point where I have laid all of my clouds out the way I like them, and now I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm gonna stick them down where I want them. Ta-da! Can you tell what the story is? I'll let you know. I think I will outline some stuff. I think I will use my purple marker. If you want to use a colored pencil or a crayon or a pencil, pen, calligraphy pen, quill, like the little feather, go ahead. Up to you. So I outlined part of mine. I didn't really feel like outlining all of it. And I think I have a story for it, but I'm not entirely sure. I know there's aliens involved. This is Atmospheradelphia, clearly. And then I think this is me going to go hide in a cloud cave. That's all I have for right now. I don't think I have a full story, but I'll come back to it later and I think I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know though. You can also maybe write your story on the back and then it'll be all right there in one place. I think that is everything for today. I hope everyone stayed kind of dry out of the rain. I hope we visit Atmospheradelphia again together tomorrow and the rest of the week. Thank you so much for working with me. If you want to share photos of what you've been working on, ask your helping hands parental person to help you do that. I would love to see them. Make sure you clean up your area, clean up that workspace, make sure all your art supplies go back where they should. We don't want to lose anything. And thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.